Here is how your life looks if you lived every rule Machiavelli ever wrote. Do not skip ahead. Each level builds on the last, and the final one will change how you see everything. Level 1, the naive idealist. You are a good person, you work hard, you are honest, you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you keep getting walked over. Here is what happens at level 1. You do great work at school or at your job. Someone else gets the credit. You are kind to people. Some of them take advantage of that kindness. You play fair. You notice that other people are not playing fair and somehow they are winning. You tell yourself the world is unfair, and then you do nothing about it. That is the trap. Machiavelli said something that sounds harsh but is actually a gift. He said, "A man who tries to be perfectly good in a world full of people who are not good will eventually be destroyed by them." He is not telling you to be evil. He is telling you to wake up. The world does not punish bad people. It punishes unprepared ones. You are not bad. You are just not ready yet. Level 2, the manipulation-proof thinker. Something changes. You start paying attention. When a friend offers to help you, you used to just say thank you. Now you ask yourself, why is he helping me? What does he get out of this? When your boss compliments you in front of everyone, you notice he only does it right before asking you to work extra hours. When someone says everything is fine, you start listening to what they are not saying. This feels powerful, and it is, but it is not enough. Here is the mistake most people make at level 2. They learn to see the game. They get proud of it. They point out when people are being fake or political or selfish, and then they do nothing with that information. Seeing the chessboard is not the same as knowing how to play. Think about Harvey Specter in Suits. He is not the smartest person in the room, but he always knows what everyone in the room actually wants. He knows who is scared, who is lying, who owes a favor to who. That is not intelligence. That is trained awareness, and he uses it every single time. Awareness without action is just stress with a better explanation. Level 2 is where you learn to see. Level 3 is where you learn to move. Level 3, master of appearances. Machiavelli wrote something that sounds almost unfair when you first read it. He said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Almost nobody knows what you really are." In other words, people do not judge you on the truth. They judge you on what they see, and they make up their mind in seconds. This is where it gets real. At level 3, you start understanding that how you show up changes everything. The way you dress sends a message before you open your mouth. The way you speak, slow or fast, quiet or loud, tells people how confident you are. Even silence is a message. The person who says nothing while everyone else is panicking looks like the calmest, most powerful person in the room. You also start noticing something uncomfortable. Most of what you thought was just you, your style, how you talk, how you carry yourself, was never really chosen. It was copied from the people around you. Your parents, your friends, your neighborhood. You never decided how to present yourself. It just happened. Level 3 is when you start deciding on purpose. Think of Walter White in Breaking Bad. Before everything goes wrong, he is invisible. A teacher nobody notices. Then he makes a decision to change how he shows up. He changes his clothes, his voice, the way he walks into a room. He builds a completely different identity from scratch. The show is a warning about what happens when you do this without values, but the transformation itself, that part is real. You can choose who you become. Most people let life decide that for them. Level 4, controller of outcomes. Let me tell you about Brian. Brian worked at a company where he was good at his job, everyone knew it, and absolutely nothing was happening for him. His bosses liked him, his co-workers respected him, but every time a better role opened up, it went to someone else, someone louder, someone more connected, someone who was in the right conversations. Most people in Brian's position quit or complain. Brian did something different. He looked around and found the problems nobody wanted to touch. The two departments that never talked to each other and caused chaos because of it. The system that everyone used, but nobody understood. The project that kept getting ignored because it was boring and complicated. Brian learned that system. He fixed that communication problem. He finished that project. 14 months later, the company reorganized. They needed someone who could connect all the moving parts. There was only one person who could do it. They did not find the role and give it to Brian. They built the role around Brian. He did not wait for opportunity. He built the conditions that made opportunity inevitable. Machiavelli had a word for this: virtue. It does not mean being virtuous in a church sense. It means force of will, the ability to shape your situation instead of just reacting to it. A man with virtue does not sit around hoping things change. He figures out where the real leverage is and goes there. Stop playing the game you were handed. Start designing the game around you. Level 5, the political operator. Most people hate the word political. They hear it and think fake, sneaky, dishonest. But here is what political actually means. It means understanding that every group of people, every school, every job, every family has invisible rules. There are people who make decisions. There are people who influence the people who make decisions. There are friendships, debts, grudges, and alliances that existed long before you showed up. Most people ignore all of this. They think if they do good work, the work will speak for itself. The work does not speak. You have to speak for it, and you have to know who needs to hear it. At level 5, you get strategic about relationships. Not fake, not manipulative in the dirty sense, strategic. You know who to build trust with and why. You understand that being liked by everyone usually means you stand for nothing. You understand that the right conflict handled with confidence can build your reputation faster than years of quiet good behavior. Machiavelli wrote that it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot have both. A lot of people read that and think it means be mean. It does not. It means be the kind of person people take seriously. Love is nice. Respect is what holds when things get hard. Nobody respects someone who has no spine. Build real respect. Every other kind of power follows from it. Level 6, the untouchable prince. This level is different from all the others. At every previous level, you were learning to react better, to see better, to move better, to position yourself better. But at level 6, you are not reacting anymore. You have become the kind of person that other people have to react to. Your reputation walks into the room before you do. People already know what you stand for, what you will not tolerate, and what happens when you commit to something. Your word has weight not because of your job title, but because you have proven over and over that you do what you say. And here is the thing almost nobody talks about. Machiavelli did not write The Prince because he thought power was beautiful. He wrote it because he had watched powerful men up close. He had served them. He had seen good men crushed by the system because they refused to understand how it actually worked. He wrote the book as a warning dressed up as a manual. The man at level 6 is not the happiest person. He is the most prepared one. He is the one who chose, clearly and deliberately, what he wanted his life to look like, and then he used every lesson, every level, to get there. That is the whole point. Machiavelli does not tell you what to want. He tells you how to get it. The goal is yours to choose. The tools are in the book. What you do with them is entirely on you. That is not a small thing. That is the most dangerous kind of freedom there is. You started this video at level 1. Maybe you are still there. Maybe something in level 3 or 4 felt a little too familiar and made you uncomfortable. Good. That discomfort is the only real sign that you heard something true. Think about anyone you genuinely respect, not the people who talk loud, the people who are actually solid, calm when things get hard, clear about who they are, impossible to manipulate or ignore. None of them got there by accident. They got there by choosing again and again to understand how the world actually works instead of how they wished it worked. Power is not given. It is built, one decision at a time, in the moments when it would have been easier to do nothing. Fortune favors the bold. It always has. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.